Morning.
We're back in our favorite spot. We're gonna go over our nectar sector again, and we're gonna cross the path to the other side to see if our logging camp extends to the other side.
Cool.
And if that doesn't bring up anything, we're gonna walk further down the path and see what we can find.
And maybe a skeleton.
And some old coins from maybe the 1800s. Alright, see you later.
My name's Ab.
I'm Carrie.
And this is...
So, I uncovered this.
Oh, it's an axe!
I found my first silver coin.
They're gorgeous.
Just look at that! Oh my god!
It's a...
I just found it already from 1942.
I'm out digging his hole. I'm just shaking.
Oh yeah! I just crossed the path from our nectar sector, hoping that it continued on the other side of the path, and look what I just found! I found another spoon! I love spoons! This one looks older. Look at that! And these things are just shallow, you know? They're like, you know, at the most an inch deep in the ground. This ground is like so beautiful to dig in. It's just so easy. Look at that. Awesome. Alright, see you later.
Today we're sort of trying to find another place. The previous place that we were was a little bit run out of what was available. So in that process, what you do is you just look around with your metal detector set on all metals and you listen, and sometimes you find like the weirdest stuff or the biggest stuff. So take a look at this. I found this large metal object, probably like a drum lid from a big drum. So there was some stuff being done here. Oh, we have to look further.
I found a little bit of a dump here. Lots of big pieces of metal. I'm not sure what this is. Some of them look like little tin cans and stuff. I got this big honking, I don't know, trailer hitch or something. Got some wire. But look at this! I found a plate! Ah! I love it. I just love it. I love this kind of stuff.
We're across from that, the road from that logging camp that we said, and we're scanning the other side of the woods. There's like a big path walking between it, and we're starting to find tools. I found this tool, and when you start finding tools, that's a good sign. So there you go. I'm not quite sure. It's some sort of crimping tool. If you have any idea what it is, let me know. I found the remnants of a crime. Somebody stole one of those money envelopes with a lock on it. And now I have to see, maybe they left some money behind.
Check it out. It says add 2 inches for inside measure. Tape measure. It's pretty heavy.
We're a little bit deeper in the woods again. It's beautiful here. I mean, like, honestly. I think I found an area with a little bit more stuff. Like the last time it dried up. We found like 1 or 2 rusty tools, but now I'm finding this here. I think it's part of a lamp or something like that. It's brass, I assume. It's really cool.
Morning. This is our second day this weekend on Sunday. We decided to go someplace completely different in the park, really far away. And look what my first find is! Look at this! It looks like, you know, like a Viking axe. Two-headed axe. Isn't that amazing? Oh man. We're deep in the forest again.
So we're out here again. Oh, Carrie's coming here. Oh, Carrie found a saw, but I found this here. Look, it's got a hinge on it. It's definitely a lid of some sort.
Like a compact or something, or a clock?
It could be, yeah, it could be a travel clock. Here. I will scan the hole again. Maybe I can find the other part. Pretty cool.
Yeah. You want a shovel? I mean a shovel. You want an axe?
That's a saw? No, thank you.
We're in an area that the trees are much further spaced apart. And there's a lot of open area. There's Abraham. But I just found something in here below this giant tree. And we're gonna dig it out together. Look. Let's see what this is. Ooh. Hoping it's an axe or something. Oh, oh. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh. Look at that. Look at that. I love big iron and I cannot lie.
Yeah, you're gonna carry it. I don't want anything to do with it.
How am I gonna carry this stuff home? I already got a giant axe in my pocket. Cool, eh?
That is totally awesome.
Oh, alright. See you later.
That's a really good signal under a rock, really big rock. And I look at this. Look at all the glass that's coming out. And Carrie's still trying to get more out. And this is why you need to wear gloves. Because, like, look at it. That is just crazy. And earlier on today, I found like a lid to a travel clock or something like that. And here it is. Here it is.
There's evidence of horse activity.
What the hell is that? I doubted that this was on a horse, because otherwise a poor horse, I don't even want to know.
I know, look at those nails.
Wow.
That's crazy. Do you think it was just like clamped onto the side of the hoof?
I have no idea. Here.
It's good luck.
You take it.
More heavy stuff for me to carry. Hooray! So
10 inches deep, I find a cog.
Oh, 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 oh man, look at that. Oh my god, look at it. Awesome.
Welcome to our wrap up. This video was all about big iron, but let's start with some smaller stuff. So in the early beginning, I found this lock that's attached to a zipper. There used to be a money pouch on it. And I mean, crime happens in the forest. Then I found this lid here, and then I found a clock mechanism, and then I found a cog for the clock, all in 3 separate holes. They were all in the same area, but still in separate holes. How does that happen? Then I found this crimping tool. So basically what this tool was used for is to bend sheet metal. And we found that in the logging camp. Then we found some change and some weird things. Carrie found those weird things. We found a bullet. And we found some nails with still wood attached to them. We found quite a few of them. And that was away from the logging camp that was in a new area. I also found this cool looking thing. I think it's cool looking. And I think it's part of a lamp. Not 100% sure, but that's what I think. Then what I found next was this little thingy here. I put it on a Facebook page called ID Me. And some people think it's a stud from a dog collar. Other people think it's a finial from a leather gun pouch. It was deep enough to be either one, but you never know. The older gun pouches didn't have like snaps, so they had a little slit in the leather that would slide over that finial and keep it closed. I also found my first piece of a silverware, and it's a piece of silverware. So we're not 100% sure, but we're gonna go to the other side of the table now.
Ab found a 7-Up bottle, all intact and nice, and on the back of it, it says 7-Up. You like it, it likes you. And it also says that it was bottled in Vancouver, so that ages it a little bit. And I found this really neat spritzer bottle, and what's really cool is that this part right here is made out of metal. And you can see the straw inside, and I think it had like a little poofy thing. You go ch-ch.
Actually, on this side, the big hole with the poofy thing is on this side.
Oh, okay.
That's
right.
And then the mister is on the other side.
Okay, the hole on this side is smaller.
It is kind of like you don't see those anymore, and you saw them at barbers. And so maybe this was near the logging camp, so maybe the barber came and he lost his perfume bottle.
You gotta smell nice in the woods. I found this piece of pipe that I thought might be a spout where the water came out, but I think it was just snipped off. I found a zipper. I found an old spoon. On the back, it's hallmarked, but the hallmarks say, there's one of them says EP, which means electroplated, so it's not a full silver.
But electroplating was done since the 1800s, so I mean, like,
you can see some silver there.
Let's see if we can.
Tiny bit of silver there showing too.
Yeah. So I mean, it has the shape of an older spoon, so it could be older.
This spoon here I found snipped, and I found it in the same area that Ab found his snipped spoon, but they don't match. But
well, I mean, we can dream that they belong together. Okay, we dream.
No, I don't think so. This object here I put on ID Me on Facebook, which is a really great group. If you join, you learn so much about so many different objects. It's amazing. But this turns out to be a lead weight to an antique golf club.
That is cool, isn't it? I mean, you find the weirdest shit in the middle of the woods.
This is a piece of lead as well. It was in the same hole. I found a belt buckle. That's encrusted. We might try to
unencrusted.
Yeah, and this is really cool. It's a dog tag. It says BC and then 1932 and a number and a dog license. So that's pretty neat. And it kind of dates what we're going to call the horse camp. That's our second location.
I don't know if we're going to call it a horse camp.
I want to call it the horse camp.
Okay, Carrie calls it
I found milk glass and some other pieces of glass there. I found a tape measure. And then we're going to go to the big iron.
Big metal, big iron.
Big metal.
Carrie was hot.
Big metal at the horse camp. This is just a new place. We just walked into the woods somewhere completely different. Like we drove someplace different in the same park. And we just went in and found a place. This tool here.
We call it a hoe axe. If anybody knows the real name, let me know.
Yeah, I want to say pickaxe, but that's more pointy.
I call it a hoe axe.
I found this double-headed axe.
And that looks like Viking, but you can see it's a hand forged axe. It's an old one like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a little bit of corrosion there. Maybe they stopped using it just because of this edge. I don't know. And I found this looks like a more modern one.
That is definitely a more modern one. You can see that that's machine forged. That is, I mean, you could polish that up and use it tomorrow.
And this is super cool. My horseshoe.
Oh.
This is super neat. That's why I want to call it the horse camp. But if anyone can help us with the nails, I'm really hoping the horse is okay.
Well, even though the horse would probably be dead because it's been a while. But like it looked kind of gruesome with all those nails sticking out. It must have ripped out of its hoof, and I don't know.
Yeah. So that was pretty neat. So we had a lot of fun. Something exciting, next weekend is our club hunt at the beach, and it's going to be a seated hunt. So there's going to be lots of silver coins, tokens, and stuff in the sand that they're going to bury, and then we get to find. And there's 2 hunts that day, and we're going to show you guys that afterwards. We're really, really excited. It's our first time doing a seated hunt. Well, we'd like to thank you for joining us on our adventure. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe and leave comments, because there's lots of stuff that we need information about. We also have an Instagram and a Facebook page, and the links are in the description below. So if you liked us, subscribe, then we will see you the next time. So for me, I say goodbye. And from Carrie, see you later. See you next time. Happy hunting. Until next time. Bye-bye. Bye.